And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting. Greetings, everyone. You've got it live.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Jones in at the 3. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the shooting guard. Lillard with the bucket. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
And here's Beverley after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. And the pass to George. Offline with his 3.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Covington finds McCollum. Lillard with it. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Down low, Lillard. Sensational block.
At the point guard position, Patrick Beverley is a great shot blocker.
Here's George. And Jones pulls it down.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Good.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
Lillard outside. Inside. And the dunk by Covington.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
George against Lillard. And that one's good. George.
It's amazing everything Leonard gives you, including the eyes to find the open man.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Beverley against Lillard. Banked in off the glass. Lillard's got 7.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now here's Beverley. Left side, Leonard. Zubac, the pass to Leonard. 6 to shoot. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. To the inside. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does. McCollum against Zubac. It's good on the putback.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
There's a minute 34 left to play in the first quarter. George dishes to Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Lillard against Beverley. Stolen by George. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. 2 points. That one goes. Leonard's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Excellent pass, PG-13. Keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
And it's McCollum off the drive. Here's Nurkic. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Beverly the pass to Leonard. There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Good D by Covington. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
It's Ibaka. That time on the assist by Jackson.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Good if it goes. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at the Trail Blazers' performance. What do you think they're doing and not doing?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
On the court for the Trail Blazers, they've got Collins. He's out there with Anthony. Enes Kanter is out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. And the Trail Blazers making a change here as well. Powell, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Jackson. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
This is what you get from Reggie Jackson now. Powering through contact and has the focus to complete the play.
Down low. And finished off by Collins.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Simons, the pass to Anthony. To the middle. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. The shot's good from Kennard.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Here's George. He drains the quick shot. George has got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Nurkic with the steal. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Jones kicks to Lillard. Dishes it to Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Beverly. Portland grabs the miss.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
It's stolen by Ibaka. George with the ball. Now defended by McCullough. And he commits the intentional foul. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. And then for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Robert Covington. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Jones. And Norman Powell subbed in for McCullough.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Lillard. 12 points for him. Anthony in the corner. It's hauled in by Beverly.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Lobs it up for Anthony. Up again.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Beverly, the pass to Batum. And Beverly kicks to George. And the basket is good. George has got 4 points in the quarter.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Leonard looking around. With 4 seconds on the clock. Chalk up 2 there. Leonard's got 10 points.
This is what you want to do on the offensive end. Get Kawhi looks in the paint. Rely on him to make a play.
And a close game so far. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were always within striking. And
if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. They've got Kennard. Patrick Patterson is out there with Ibaka. And there's Jackson, and it's man in at the 3 slot. Kanter, and that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent, but 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Go figure is right. Here's the break. Anthony finds Kanter, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And, you know, Kanter can dominate on the court, but his real passion may be pro wrestling. He even held a pro title belt for a little while. He's a big, strong fella. I know I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him.
And here is Los Angeles now. They trail by 1. Patterson against Collins. Patterson passes to Ibaka. Here's Mann. Fires the 3. But they recover it. And Cancer pulls it down.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
The feed to Collins. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Collins has got his second basket of the night.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Here's Ibaka, and the bucket is good. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Lillard against George. No good on the shot. Now Portland takes it the other way.
Well, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Nurkic trying to get open. Second shot opportunity. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Just crushing it here. 80% to start the half.
And Beverly kicks to Ibaka. Back to Beverly. Outside Leonard. Beyond the arc. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Kawhi with the 3, showing he's able to stretch the floor more and more.
Pass to Lillard. Inside, Covington. Great D that time from Batum. And so Ibaka, he'll bring it up for the Clippers. It's a one-point game.
Long and athletic, PG-13 is a terror when he reaches the cup.
Lillard looking around. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Yes, that goes in. 14 points for Nurkic.
Completely on his game. Hasn't missed a shot all night. A big part of why this team is winning.
Passes it to Ibaka. George against Lillard. And George kicks to Batum. Rebounded by Covington. Covington's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. McCollum with the ball. Leonard picks him up and finished off by Nurkic.
And more points for Nurkic. He can do this from time to time when he gets in a rhythm.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. Oh, that's offensive interference.
Defensively, a little uneven in that first half, but they've been far more focused and consistent here in the second.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Zubac is checked in. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Cullen passes to Covington. Got a hand on it, and he's able to get it back. There's the triple. McCollum, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
George with the bucket.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverly. That's a terrific pass.
There's 18 seconds left in the third. Lillard attacking. Nurkic, the pass to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Back to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Love watching Nurkic set hard screens and then roll with purpose. Great job in the creativity there from the pick and roll.
Yusuf Nurkic has been on display for the Portland Trail Blazers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
So many good point guards in this league. So much responsibility comes with that position. That was a smart play.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, they've got Enes Kanter. Collins is out there with Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point. Clippers trail by 3. Man passes to Patterson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Anthony with the block. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. And for the Trail Blazers, they're shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Here's Simons. Anthony right side to the paint. Stolen away. Jackson down low. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Jackson's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Los Angeles. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Ibaka's checked in.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Collins against Jackson. Here's Patterson. And it's Portland with the rebound. Kanter's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Simons. The putback, and Kanter able to finish.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The way he glides around the court doesn't look like Jackson is moving as fast as he really is.
Here's Simons. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Simons has got the lead up to 5 now for the Trail Blazers. Jackson passes to Kennard. Here's Man. Knocked away. He dishes it to Patterson. Here's Ibaka. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You see Serge in the painted area, feels the defender, goes on the attack.
So both teams making some changes here. And both free throws good for Serge Ibaka.
No doubt about those free throws. This is why you put the ball in his hands.
Lillard against Beverly, and so they foul intentionally. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
It's stolen by Jones. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And that couldn't have gone better for them right there. Forget about playing it safe. They're looking to finish this thing off in style.
Lillard against George. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Paul George loves these situations. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to deliver.
Lillard against Beverly. Now here's Lillard. Not a lot of room.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Expanding upon this league, trying to close it out. He's really stepped up.
And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut to just 5 points in the basket from Kawhi Leonard.
I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Lillard against Beverly. Kicks it out to McCollum. 6 to shoot. And it's off from three-point range. Clippers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Crucial points. Kawhi stepping up to the plate when his team needs him the most.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
And then Lillard slams it in.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Pass to George. Three-pointer. Rebound by the Trailblazers. McCollum finds Lillard. Three-pointer. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Lillard. And it's an 8-point Portland lead.
Potent with and without the ball. McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
Gets the three to fall.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Off on that one. So the Trailblazers win it. A near. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Beverly, and it's George in at the 2. And for the Nets, Harris is out there with Griffin. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard. Nets passing it around. Claxton with the bucket. Two terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes.
And that's superb concentration. It takes a lot to distract George once he's got position inside.
A nice shot by Irving.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. And Batum kicks to George. Back to Batum. Griffin with the steal.
And that's one of those tough areas to feed the basketball at times.
Claxton the pass to Harris. Outside Griffin. Here's Irving. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
Irving dishes to Dinwiddie. The pass to Griffin. Back to Dinwiddie. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Beverly. And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles. Here's George, and it's blocked. Here we go, all alone. Beverly against Irving. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, what comes to mind first when you think of Irving is his handles. Rush hour tight, but also his dynamic ability as a scorer.
The Nets shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
George against Dinwiddie. And George kicks to Batum. A miss that time would have put him up.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And on the way from Irving for 3. And again, no good by Brooklyn. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Leonard with no one around. And again, no good by the Clippers. Makes it off the glass. Irving's got his second bucket of the night.
Irving, excellent at converting with either hand. He's got a special talent for finishing in the lane.
George against Dinwiddie. George passes to Beverly. Clock at 6. Puts it up from 17. The shot by George, no good. Nets leading by 4. Irving dishes to Harris. No good on the 3. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. A 3 from Leonard. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. Oh, Griffin in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Boy, the timing of Griffin really superb in these situations. He has a great sense for when to leave the floor on these alley-oop jams.
George with the ball. He's picked up by Irving, and they pick up 2. George has got his second bucket.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Claxton the pass to Irving. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Leonard, that's for 2. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Here's Dinwiddie. He doesn't hit that one. And the Clippers will come the other way. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Inside. Takes it out to Leonard. And stolen by Harris. And here we go. Here's Irving. And it's sent back by Leonard.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
And that one's good, George.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
And on the way from Irving for 3, tie game in Brooklyn. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And it seems like players are constantly changing teams.
As a team, as a unit, as a roster.
Greg Dinwiddie, one of those players who seems to adapt to any situation.
I mean, he's versatile, total team player, will do whatever is asked of him, He's really emerged after being picked in the second round a few years ago.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Boy, I like the aggressive nature they're playing with here. Not playing soft at all. They're going right at them.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Ibaka. Then it's Luke Kennard. And there's Jackson, and it's man in at the 3 slot.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lessons. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
The Nets with the lead. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Down low, Jordan outside for Durant. A three-pointer off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Jackson has the open look. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Nets shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Harden inside the three-point line. And with the rebound. Here's Los Angeles now, trailing by 2. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
A very capable passer. DeMarcus Cousins does a solid job recognizing where to go with the ball.
Brooklyn making some changes. Green, he's checked in for Jordan. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Luwawu. And then for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris comes in for Serge Ibaka. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for DeMarcus Cousins. Durant, that's good.
Boy, that in-between game of Durant is deadly. Give him this shot, and you'll regret it.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. Jackson finds Rondo. Kennard on the wing. Morris against Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Rondo. Off on the layup. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points.
In addition to his strength, Harden has deceptive quickness. He just has this unique knack to get by whoever's guarding him because he's strong and crafty.
Rondo's shot is off.
Boy, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
The kick out to Brown. The tray. On the wing, Brown. Irving with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo, and it's Green with the jam.
Irving doing a nice job there being creative and efficient with that beautiful assist.
Rondo dishes to Morris. Back to Rondo. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here is Harden. And Harden with the stop.
Now, you can't sleep on this guy's finishing ability. He loves getting room to throw it down on you. And he'll put you in a poster if you let him.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Morris. 2 free throws coming up. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
It's Harden with the drive. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Here's Morris. It'll count. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Nets.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The largest lead they had was 6. And
we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. How the passion in New York as a pro sports city, Greg, is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons, though, of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence. And I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it. It's just kind of what your personal preference is.
You called it, partner, and I have seen it happen both ways.
Oh, I bet. We've got Harden. Griffin is out there with Joe Harris. And it's Claxton in at the 5, down low. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Dinwiddie's shot is off. The Clippers trail. The 3 from Leonard. Nailed from three-point land. Leonard's got 9.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Dinwiddie passes to Harris. Here is Harden. Leonard with the steal. And George kicks to Beverly. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Brooklyn making some changes. Kevin Durant comes in for Blake Griffin. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. Leonard finds Beverly. Outside for George. Passes it to Zubac. 4 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Deep 2 from Beverly. Zubac the pass to Batum. Leonard from deep three-point land. Rebounded by the Nets. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Durant's got the ball. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Shot to stop the run. Doesn't go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. KD's shot is good. Durant's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there. Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Beverly the pass to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. It's hauled in by Harris. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Irving. Hits the jumper in space. Irving's got 8 points.
Well, Irving can shoot it with little warning. I mean, he's just that quick. No time to contest if you're not there before the shot.
Beverly looking around, and Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Brooklyn. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Durant, and it's Bruce Brown in for Dinwiddie. Pass to Rondo. This one for 3. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss. Irving's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And Clark, although he's not the force he once was on the floor, Rajon Rondo still can give you strong minutes in bursts.
Greg, I tell you what, I love watching this guy work. I know his double-digit assist days are long in his rearview mirror, but this dude still knows how to run a team, and he is ideal for leading your second unit because he's an orchestrator, a facilitator, a playmaker, and guys love playing with him. You can just feel how guys enjoy playing with Rondo running the show.
Morris right side. Over Claxton. And it's off the back rim. No good for Brooklyn. They've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the 3rd. And Green gets it to go.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
The pass to Mann. And Leonard has it in the corner. To end the cold streak, it's hauled in by Harris. Brooklyn leading by 4. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Back to Irving. And with the rebound. Mann's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
And Irving with the basket on the assist by Brown. Irving's got the lead up to 6 now for Brooklyn.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the Clippers get called for the foul.
And the former Hoya Green, a ranging forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Here's Dinwiddie. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, they've got Kennard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Mann in at the 3. Back to Harris. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Leonard. Clippers trail by 7. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Kevin Durant comes in for Green. Luwawu is checked in for Joe Harris. And James Harden has subbed in for Dinwiddie. Nets leading by 7. Passes to Harden. It's good.
Well, he'll make that shot more often than not. Harden, an elite scorer.
The Clippers shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Jackson from long range drills the 3-pointer.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Back to Brown. To the inside. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. The steal. Here's Durant. Finished off the break. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
And here's the break. And And the rejection by Ibaka.
An elite rim protector, Ibaka has the highly desired combination of athleticism and timing.
Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for Bruce Brown. Back to KD. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. Clippers trail by 8. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Leonard kicks to Beverly. Outside, George. Shot clock at 6. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Nets. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And that's good. Kevin Durant for 3. And the Nets lead by 11. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. KD with the bucket.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Pass to Beverly. Here's the 3. George dishes to Beverly. His 3-pointers off the mark. Brooklyn leading by 10. Here's the lob to Harden. Kicks it out to Johnson. The 3. Kept alive. Jordan the pass to Luwawu. A second chance effort. KD can't get it to go. The Clippers have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. 1:11 left to play in the final quarter. There's the triple. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Brooklyn.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kevin Durant.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Harden, no good. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. A 3 from Morris. And no good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way from deep. But they'll get another chance. Pass to Jordan. Beverly against Harden. Jordan kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. They shoot again. Shot from free throw range. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps. Up next. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2Kick. So the next starting five. Griffin is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Irving. And it's Claxton in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Portland, they've got Jones. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Lillard in at the point guard. Now, here is Irving. From deep three-point range, that shot is off.
They get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving.
Jones, the pass to Nurkic. And here we go. The fast break with Dinwiddie. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And the dunk by Powell.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play. Then the emphatic dunk.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Now, here's Irving. Over Lillard. Irving can't hit.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And Jones with the stop.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
You're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Here's Dinwiddie. The kick out to Irving. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. On defense, the Trailblazers. And they call an illegal screen here.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all. The defense in general is already at such a disadvantage as it is.
Now here's Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
You can't give any lane to the basket. Once Lillard sees it, he jumps all over it.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And so Irving nails both of them.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Here's Lillard. Outside Covington. Jones finds Lillard. Back to Jones. 5 on the clock. The putback, and Covington stays with it.
They've come out with guns blazing. 4 for 5 from the field. They've got the deep rhythm.
Here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Irving. Lays it up and banks it in.
One of the best point guards in the league. Getting inside and finish. Kyrie Irving.
Irving against Lillard. Passes it to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Over Irving. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
and now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. You know, I think they're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son's a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad that's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Harris finds Brown. Shoots the 3. Harris's shot is off. Poke loose. Cantor with it. He's picked up by Irving. Trailblazers leading by 6. Lobs it up for Cantor and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Pass to Green. Brown against McCollum. Now Brown. Good D by McCollum.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
Anthony kicks to McCollum. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the first. Collins, 4 on the clock. And the 3 off target. Irving drives in. It's stolen by Anthony. And it's the Trailblazers on the break.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Now, here is Irving. He's tightly guarded. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Irving's got 6 points.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
Yeah, no question. It takes skill and a certain level of fearlessness.
Cullen passes to Simon. Cantor trying to free himself up. Good work there as it goes.
And it's encouraging whenever McCollum scores inside, proving that he's more than just a jump shooter.
Claxton the pass to Harris. And the rejection by Collins. And so it's Portland in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And for Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Enes Kanter is out there with Collins. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Anthony, and it's Simons in at the 1 spot.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Harden, and it's good, 2 points.
And Harden loves getting contact on his shots, showing off his true muscle and level of concentration.
Simons surveying the D. He dishes it to Anthony. And there's the pass to Simons. 6 to shoot. Powell for 3. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Nets trail by 8. Griffin kicks to Luwawu Cabarro. Griffin dishes to Jordan. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Oh, and Harden is just ferocious with his dunk, just ramming it in the defense's face.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. To the middle, here's Kanter. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here. Portland shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe. That's good from Kanter.
One of my favorite trash talkers in the NBA, Kanter, never really shies away from taking jabs at opponents, and I think his teammates like that.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Collin comes in for Norman Powell, and Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. And then for Brooklyn, Durant's checked in for Griffin. And it's Bruce Brown in for Dinwiddie.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Now here's McCollum. Back to Lillard. Kicks it to McCollum. Portland needs to get off the shot. Kanter's shot is off. And so Brown will bring it up for Brooklyn. They trail by 6.
The great ones do this. Kevin Durant gains an advantage inside. You know he's aiming to score or get fouled.
The Nets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Collins. Powell, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Derek Jones in for McCollum. Jones drives in. Here's Nurkic. Back to Jones. He kicks it to Lillard. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
And whether he's creating for himself or spotting up, Lillard's jumper is whizzing.
Lillard against Harden. Shoots over Lillard. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Here is Lillard. He has 6. The dish now to Jones. Back to Lillard. Inside, Nurkic. From deep. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Nurkic. Lillard's got 9 points.
With this lead, they're playing confidently, showing a quick trigger from beyond.
The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Harden. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Durant.
Man, he's superb at finding open teammates. Harden, I love how he looks to shed a rock.
Now here's Lillard. 9 points in the game so far. Lays it up off the glass. 11 points in the game.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Back to Harden. Tries from 10, and Covington sends it back. Down low. It's stolen. In transition, here come the Nets. And Harden wide open. He shoots. No good from outside. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Lillard outside. Covington passes to Nurkic. Jones looking for an opening. 4 on the shot clock. Back to Nurkic. Over Jordan. And he's off on his first shot of the game. The shot will not fall. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They've got the 7-point lead. Shaq. And that does it for our...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Griffin. Also out there, Joe Harris. And it's Irving at the point. McCollum dishes to Cantor. Kicks it out to McCollum. Cantor trying to free himself up. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
And offensive rebounding is about commitment. There you see Collins showing plenty of it to grab the board.
From the baseline. And he hits the jump shot. Irving's got 8 points. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Here's McCollum. Following the basket by Blake Griffin. McCollum kicks to Collins. Back to McCollum. Pass to Simons. It's McCollum on the wing. Dinwiddie covering. He gets it in there.
Love seeing McCollum bail his team out. So cool under pressure. Doesn't let the slow shot clock get to him.
Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Pass to Claxton. And Griffin, here we go. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Griffin's got 4 points in the quarter.
How's that for a start? Good on all 3 attempts so far in the second half.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kevin Durant comes in for Blake Griffin. Luwawu is checked in for Joe Harris. And it's James Harden in for Dinwiddie. And Brooklyn has possession. The Blazers getting the bucket.
Oh, and when Harden is going strong to the rim, he's looking for the throwdown, ripping the rim down hard on that one.
Lillard against Irving. Jones, the pass to Lillard. To the inside. And Nurkic, the bucket on the assist by Lillard. Nurkic has got his first 2 points.
I like to see this Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
Harden dishes to Durant. Nice move. And they call the foul. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Griffin's checked in for Brooklyn. Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. Lillard surveying the D. And he comes up with the deuce. Lillard's got 13.
And look at that, the touch of Lillard inside, so impressive. He's terrific at generating points.
Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, he is only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now here's Lillard, 13 points in the game. Powell kicks to Lillard. Pass to Nurkic, all alone. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists tonight. Jones against Irving. Harden left side. And he gets the bucket. 12 points for him.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Lillard outside. Outside Covington. The pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Harris. 3-on-3. Here's Durant. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Up in time. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
This is the impact Nurkic makes on the defensive end. Effective at reaching out and stifling shooting.
For the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Zach Collins comes in for Robert Covington. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Powell. Anthony. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. He looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Griffin's checked in for Green. James Harden comes in for Bruce Brown. And Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Some changes for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Durant subbed in for Blake Griffin. Simons, the pass to Cantor. Here's Simons. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. He clearly has something left to offer.
Anthony, the pass to Simons. McCollum against Harden.
Love the offensive game of McCollum. He can score from anywhere in the court.
To the paint. Here's Harden. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. 14 points for James Harden.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Kansas. Robert Covington comes in for Collins. Powell, he's checked in for Anthony. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
A physical player with a large frame. Nurkic was seemingly unbothered by the contact.
McCollum against Harden. Durant shakes him. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And really trying to work the ball inside here and starting to get results. A lot of that offense coming in the paint here in the second half.
Oh, the skill, length, time. Durant, he's special in all those categories. He can dominate on both ends.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Here's Harden. And Harden with the stop.
When Harden gets to cooking, you gotta feed him. You gotta keep feeding him. He's an excellent rhythm scorer.
Down low, it's tipped. Kicks it out to Lillard. Sinks the three-pointer.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but defensively, neither side has been able to adjust, and that's reflected in the score.
Irving dishes to Jordan. No good that time. Now Portland takes it the other way. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. McCollum, no good.
I thought that one was going to go down. Mid-range jumpers. Oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the deep playing soft like that. Oh, man, there's no denying that Harden nails these shots all the time. Love how he just takes over these possessions.
Now here's Lillard. Tries from 10. Buries the jump shot. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, that's just the mentality you have to have. Not wanting to give the opposition any hope of clawing back into this. I love the show of confidence. Durant showing his greatness in key situations.
In the corner, Powell with it. Back to Lillard. Feeds it to Covington. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Cantor checked in for Portland. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. The Nets also changing it up. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jordan. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Harris. And Petey, here we go. Yes!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Now here's Lillard. And Durant sends it back.
Durant has arms that just keep on going and going and going. You aren't going to be able to just get a shot by him. It's winning time. Harden knows his job description.
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lillard attacking, and it's sent back by PD. Lillard against Dinwiddie. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Goes back up. Can't cash in. Irving kicks to Dinwiddie. And so the timeout by Terry Stotts here. Guys, your thoughts?
Not sure they have enough time for the catch and shoot here. Only hope is to try for a tip in off the inbound. They've got their work cut out for them on this possession.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, James Harden.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Guys, your thoughts?
Not sure they have enough time for the catch and shoot here. Only hope is to try for a tip in off the inbound. They've got their work cut out for them on this possession.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So, welcome, folks, to what promises to... Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Patrick Beverley. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Jones in at the 3. Now here's Lillard, and a wide open look for McCollum. No good with the triple. And Batum kicks to Leonard. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Leonard's got the first points up on the board for the Clippers. Now, here's Lillard. Outside, Jones. There's the pass to Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
Well, you have to love an authoritative finish, and Mr. Covington leaves no doubt.
And how about this stat? Over the course of Robert Covington's career, over 60% of his shots coming from long range.
And, Greg, the prototypical 3-and-D guy, you almost want to reverse it because defense has been the pivot point for Robert Covington's emergence as a player in this league.
Now George, following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. Batum, good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Outside for George. Shoots over Nurkic. The offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
McCollum against Beverly.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
George passes to Zubac. Fires the three. And it's George again missing.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Back to George. Pass to Zubac. George looking around. Another shot. Zubac kicks to George. Passes it to Zubac. 9 feet out. Connects. The jumper drops. Zubac has got his second basket. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer.
And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Patterson inside, working on Collins. Clock at 4. Kennard for 3.
How about the fast hand and lateral quickness of Norman Powell to get with his man and contest shots? That's good.
Anthony kicks to Powell. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Here's Jackson. Hits the J after faking out the D with the quick up fake.
Boy, you cannot leave him alone like that. Good form on the fadeaway jumper.
Simons surveying the D. Pass to Canner. Here's Simons. Back to Canner. Good work defensively by Ibaka.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Kennard, the pass to Ibaka. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Jackson trying to get open as Ibaka. Yep, it counts. Jackson's got his second bucket of the night.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Clippers ahead, leading by 4.
Old school basketball, you know.
Now pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
They've got Collins, also Anthony out there. C.J. McCollum out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the 3-ball.
And it's McCollum off the drive. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
I mean, call him a combo guard to whatever. McCollum is a scorer first and foremost. And when he puts it on the deck, young fella is going to the hoop.
Kennard kicks to Ibaka. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Well, you love Serge Ibaka's shot selection, especially inside where he's so efficient.
Now McCollum over Kennard. Patterson against Collins. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. It's stolen by Anthony. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Powell finds Covington, uses the glass to finish the layup. Covington's got 6.
Really good job by Covington to get good position and finish.
And George, here we go. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Batum passes to Zubac. Back to Batum. The pass to Zubac. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Yeah, quick thinking, wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Pass to Zubac, and the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. To the inside. Zubac, the pass to Batum. Outside, George. Clock at 6. Trailblazers trail by 4. Powell, no one around him. It's hauled in by Paul George. The Clippers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Here's Batum. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
And Portland making a change here. McCollum's checked in. And then for the Clippers, Morris comes in for Leonard. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for George.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Zubac kicks to Batum. Morris outside. Back to Batum. And Covington sends it back.
So disruptive at the defensive end. Look in the box score, and Covington will be the source of blocks and steals consistently.
And Portland making a change here. Powell's checked in. Leonard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Paul George comes in for Rajon Rondo. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Lillard. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Beverly dishes to Batum. Inside. There's the double team with Covington. The three from George. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Boy, he can't buy a bucket. Shut out completely so far, and yet they're still ahead.
Here's Leonard. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Leonard's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Lillard fires away. Oh, he nailed it. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Robert Covington. What a contribution.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. They've got Ivica Zubac. Paul George is out there at Patrick Beverly. Then there's Batum, and it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
And George, here we go, over Lillard. The shot by George, no good. Portland trailing here. And here's McCollum for 3. The shot off that time. The Clippers shooting 43% from the floor. Zubac the pass to George. Here's Beverly. That one misses. Good D by McCollum. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. And the dunk by Covington.
Well, just incredible anticipation and hops by Robert Covington.
George passes to Beverly. Looking to get it going. Count that one.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, Dame loves to test the defense like that, runs up against it, and then outworks them.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Zach Collins comes in for Robert Covington. Anthony's checked in for Jones. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. in by Collins. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
Jackson down low. Covered by Lillard. That one good for 2. Jackson's got 6 points.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Lillard outside. To the middle. And finished off by Collins.
If the keys to your offense are in Lillard's hands, you're going to be in pretty good shape. Check out how well he runs the pick and roll there. And that's just a perfect way to play.
Here's Jackson, and the shot goes in. Jackson's got 4 this quarter. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. They lead by 1. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Norman Powell checked in for Damian Lillard. Here's Jackson. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Patrick Patterson. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And Kanter throws it down.
Well, a 7-footer showing how easy it can be. And is Kanter aggressive.
Rondo on top. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Batum wide open. He fires. Rondo kicks to Batum. 5 to shoot. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Los Angeles with another miss. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Trailblazers leading by 3. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Simons, the pass to Kanter. Oh, that's blocked. Here's Leonard. It's good. Leonard's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, good luck stopping that. Kawhi Leonard, huge, strong hands, in total command of the basketball. Go ahead.
Here's Simons. Passes it to Powell. The feed now to Kanter.
It's the size.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Trailblazers lead by 1. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Jones is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. The Clippers trail. Beverly dishes to Leonard. No good on that one. Great D that time from Nurkic. To the paint. And it's slammed in by Jones.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
And he banks in the layup.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And no stopping Lillard. Excellent at staying in control no matter what the D throws at him.
Free throw good, Damian Lillard. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Outside, George kicks to Leonard. Back to George. From deep. The shot, no good. Now Portland takes it the other way.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Lillard attacking, feeds it to Covington. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his fourth assist in this one. Clippers trail by 6. Outside, George. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Los Angeles making a switch here. Batum's checked in. And George, here we go. Nurkic with the steal. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. And the basket by McCollum.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And Batum kicks to George. Basket good.
Excellent offensive positioning from Paul George. Size, length, touch. Beautiful.
George against Lillard. He dishes it to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And Leonard has it in the corner. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Zubac.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years, and if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
Lillard outside. It's Covington on the wing. McCollum, no good. Clippers trail by 4, and now we've got the intentional foul. Cantor checked in for Portland. Norman Powell comes in for Jones. The Clippers also making some changes. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Leonard with no one around. And the Clippers miss again.
Well, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Nobody hit Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And the Trailblazers lead by 7. From deep, George. Good on the three-point shot. George has got 7 points for the quarter.
You can see Paul George is locked in right now. Big-time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
1:03 left here in the fourth quarter. Lillard outside. He feeds it to Covington. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And when it matters most, The coach has the confidence that McCollum will deliver.
The three from George. Jacks up a three. Leonard, no luck.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Buries it from three-point range. And now a 9-point Trailblazer lead.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Jackson misses. Lillard way outside. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Cousins, the pass to George. Jackson has the open look. Misses the shot. And so it's Portland winning this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to... There it is, the Staples Center in Los Angeles. So the next starting five. Harden out there with Irving. Then there's Griffin. Then there's Harris. And it's Claxton in at the center. And for Los Angeles, Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the small forward spot. Now, here is Harden. Back to Griffin. Irving for three. It's hauled in by Zubats.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Off target at the rim.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Jackson finds Zubats. Jackson down low, guarded by Harden. Takes it out to Leonard. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Brooklyn. And the shot goes down.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
Now here's Leonard. Over Harris. Here's Zubats. Leonard on the wing. Puts up a three. Another miss by Leonard. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Irving. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, you don't want to leave people open when Blake Griffin has vision of the floor. He exploited the hole in the defense that time.
Now here's Jackson. Leonard on the wing. Lets it go from deep. No good that time. And Brooklyn will come the other way.
Well, he's just really struggling right now. And with everything he's throwing up, nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Kennard kicks to Jackson to end the run. Drops in the layup for 2.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
Irving looking over the floor. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that.
The Nets making a switch here. Green, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kevin Durant comes in for Blake Griffin. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. Now Zubats after the missed 3 from KD. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. 7-point differential. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, Rondo concentrating right there, focused. Even when you hit him, he can maintain that good balance.
Brown the pass to Dinwiddie. Here's Harris. And there's the pass to Brown. Now here's Dinwiddie. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubats. Cousins comes in for Morris. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. And then for Brooklyn, Jordan comes in for Jeff Green. And Luwawu subbed in for Joe Harris.
Yeah, Paul George, no problem pulling up well behind the three-point line to knock him down.
Luwawu, the pass to Dinwiddie. Luwawu-Cabarrot kicks to Durant. And the Nets, another 3. 24 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And here's George. Cousins trying to free himself up. Right side George. Over Jordan. That's good for George on the assist by Cousins. George has got 5 points so far. Here's KD. He gets it up. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the replay center, Alan Sakak, is delivering the footage.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Brooklyn Nets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on it.
This game, it's
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Shutting the floor for the Nets. Durant is out there with Brown. Then there's Irving. Then it's Green. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard. Well, we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. And stolen by Irving. Brown with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. Here's Mann. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. George dishes to Batum. Back to George. Morris against Brown. Here's George. And it's sent back by KD.
Wow, the large wingspan of Durant on full display. What a block there.
Nets leading by 4. The 15-footer, good. That's 12 points for Kevin Durant.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Batum attacking. Great D that time from Green. The Nets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And that one is good.
KD defines efficient catch-and-shoot players. Perfectly timed there. Great rhythm off the pass.
KD against Rondo. A 3 from Morris. And again, no good by the Clippers. Nets have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Outside for Durant. Lets it go with a 3. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
It's first triple of the second quarter, 3rd of the game. And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
Dinwiddie up top, defended by George. Irving passes to Durant over Morris. The shot by KD, no good. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Brown finds Green. It's Durant on the wing. Launches a 3. Durant with another miss. Clippers trail by 9. Nobody near George. No good on the triple. Brown dishes to Irving. For the 3. Durant, no good. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Rondo with it, guarded now by Durant. And Batum kicks to George. Over Irving, and there's George. That's good on the assist from Batum. George has got 5 points now in the quarter. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Brooklyn. They've led by as many as 11 points. And here's KD for three. And Durant can't get that one to fall. 3-on-3. Pass to man. Over Irving. Great D that time from Irving. Brooklyn leading by 7. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Passes it to Green. Action coming off the assist from KD.
Well, KD, an awesome job there, just sharing the rock with his teammates.
Now George. He's got 10. And it's George finishing it off.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. 1 second left. Beat the clock. Count. Thanks for the great interview, David, and we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He ended up with 19 points. And that
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
They've got Ivica Zubac. Reggie Jackson out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's Patrick Patterson, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Banked in off the glass. Leonard's got the first bucket of the third here for Los Angeles.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
Johnson kicks to Harris. The Nets working the ball around now. And a miss there on the triple. Clippers trail by 7. Patterson passes to Zubac. Back to Patterson. High arcing shot. That shot off the mark. Nice D from Griffin. Johnson right side. Inside. Here's Claxton. Tries again. Out to Harris. Harden left side. 6 on the shot clock. Harris misses.
You talk about things at halftime and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Patrick Patterson. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Irving's checked in for Johnson. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Leonard.
That's a quick move, and that's a soft touch. That's mid-range opportunities for Kawhi Leonard to cash in on.
Jackson against Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Kennard on the wing. He's covered by Irving. Jackson against Harden. Jackson dishes to Batum. And yes, it's good. Batum's got his second basket of the night.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Irving double team. Takes the 3. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Irving. Harden's got 7 points in the game.
I mean, there's just no limit to Harden's range. Even from way downtown, this guy is a threat to score.
And here's Leonard from 3. Rebounded by the Nets. They've led by as many as 11 points.
a slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Clippers trail by 8. Here's Jackson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on James Harden.
And how about the confidence right now from Jackson? Not bashful at attacking and drawing attention from there.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for Blake Griffin. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Oh man, when he's attacking, Cousins is a locomotive that cannot be stopped. I love how he got all the way in there for the jam.
59 seconds left to play here in the third. George against Irving. And the rejection by Ibaka.
And, well, he's been the NBA's leader in blocks multiple times. Ibaka just has that rare instinct for it.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers. Bruce Brown, he's checked.
And on any given. Play. The beard can take your breath away. He's just got that flair for the spectacular.
Pass to man. 35 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Cousins, the pass to man. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Harden's got the ball. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Claxton, no good.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
And Harden launches it from deep. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Brooklyn in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the... Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Harden. Joe Harris is out there with Green. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Claxton in at the 5. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And Batum kicks to Jackson. Outside for Batum. And good, he nails it. Batum's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Clippers.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
On the wing, Irving. To the inside, stolen by Zubac. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Jackson. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. From 13, and it's Green with the jam.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The pass to Leonard. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Jackson against Irving, and Jackson throws it down hard.
You know Jackson can just fly. I mean, that athleticism and energy is off the charts.
Irving with the ball. Six to shoot. Kicks it to Harden. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. There's the three. Irving misses.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Such a difficult guy to keep up with and also have a conversation with. Leonard, sometimes all you can do is foul him.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And it's good for 2.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Clippers trail by 8. Leonard looking over the floor. Here's the dish to Ibaka. Back to Leonard. Fires from 14. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Yeah, pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Los Angeles with another miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And it's Brown missing. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers, trailing by 10. Morris passes to Leonard. Over Brown. Leonard finds Beverly. Now Morris. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And back in 08, Ibaka became the first player ever from the Republic of Congo to be drafted in the NBA.
1:12 left to play here in the fourth. Now here's Durant. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Paul George.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. And the free throw, no good.
Well, the adventure begins when DeAndre gets to the line, but I think he's wanting to work hard on his free throws, so it's not a substitution in the last 2 minutes of a game. He wants to get confident stepping up and knocking them down.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Batum comes in for Morris. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. The Nets making a switch here. Green's checked in. A nice shot by Irving.
Trying to find that consistency from distance that's stretching out the defense, and that's why Kyrie always has an available driving lane.
Now about 10 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Leonard from 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
And now the go-to guy in these situations. Leonard can handle that kind of pressure in the big moment as well as anyone.
Pass to Claxton. And Harden wide open. He shoots. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight. There below is Buck. We are...
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the center. And looking at the Nets, they've got Kyrie Irving. Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Harris. And it's Harden in at the point. Now here's Durant, and the shot is good. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Harden against Lillard. From about 16. Off the left rim and out.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And it's sent back by Lillard. McCollum kicks to Lillard. And stolen by Harris. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Irving's got the ball. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
Well, Irving can shoot it with little warning. I mean, he's just that quick. No time to contest if you're not there before the shot.
Lillard the pass to Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
The Nets working the ball around now. Irving with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Here's Jordan. Ball's knocked loose. Nurkic with the steal. Lillard finds McCollum from the stripe. He can't get that one. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Durant down low. Defended by Covington. Durant, that's good.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Nurkic can't hit.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, for Irving, he's made an effort, a conscious effort to get to the line more, and for good reason. I mean, he's a really good foul shooter.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Green comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. Portland also making some changes. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Lillard.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Now here's Durant. 6 points for him. Outside, Green. Back to KD. On the wing, Harris. Just 5 to shoot. Irving passes to Brown. Stolen by Cantor. It's Powell on the wing. Guarded by Harris. And the pass to Cantor. Over Irving. Green with the block. Left side, Harris. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
It's McCollum with the drive. Passes it to Powell for 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Green dishes to Brown. On the wing, Harris. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 5. Powell with it, picked up by Brown. Durant with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Irving. Again, the Nets for 2. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Stolen by McCollum. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
Harris misses.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. It's stolen. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. McCollum with the ball.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Bucket is good.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Brooklyn Nets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We've got more NBA basketball.
I think it comes from the...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Damian Lillard. Derek Jones is out there with Giles. Then it's Anthony. And it's Cantor in at the 5 spot.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
And Jones with the stuff.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Durant comes in for Green. Harris is checked in for Brown. And Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
Jones finds Cantor. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Just 4 to shoot. Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by Harris. Brooklyn trailing. Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Lillard, the pass to Cantor. Back to Lillard. Anthony taking his time here. Stolen by Harden. Here's Irving. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. Irving's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
Irving kicks to Harris. Feeds to Jordan. In the corner, Harden on the wing, Harris. And the 3 off target. Trailblazers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. And a wide open look for McCollum. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. McCollum's got the lead up to 2 now for Portland. Harden finds Irving. Now Kevin Durant. Nurkic with the steal. Lillard, right side. Wide open. The rebound by the Nets.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Dinwiddie's checked in. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Norman Powell comes in for Collins. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
And it's Durant missing.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Back to Nurkic, and stolen by Irving. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Dinwiddie with the ball.
Well, the elevation from Durant should come as no surprise there. I mean, he's dangerous above the rim, and he can go way above it too, folks.
Simons, the pass to Nurkic. McCollum outside. Off target from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Over to the wing. Here's Dinwiddie, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Dinwiddie's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Powell, the pass to Simons. Now the dish to Covington, and he banks in the layup. Covington's got his first bucket in this one.
And it's always terrific when Covington gets going down in the paint. I mean, this guy can score the ball from anywhere on the floor.
Harris finds Irving. Good D by Covington.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They kept at it on both ends of the floor. And that.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Irving at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Harden. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden. Often maligned for his lack of effort defensively. But quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And, you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well. Yeah, you know, at first glance, you might think Durant has trouble finishing through contact, but think again, folks. I mean, you can't measure desire by body type.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Here's Harden. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Damian Lillard.
Exceptional strength. Harden is so smart at creating opportunities to get to the free throw line.
Brooklyn making some changes. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Brown in for Irving. Portland also making some changes. Collins checked in for Nurkic. And Anthony subbed in for Powell. Kicks it out to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. Collins passes to Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Harden. Keeps it alive. And Collins is right there.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
Pass to Brown. Harris outside. Brown against McCollum. And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Harris.
You know, with Harris, if you're open, he's going to make sure he finds you.
McCollum against Brown. McCollum kicks to Anthony. Here's McCollum. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Here we go, one-on-one. Green taking his time here. He dishes it to Harden. On the wing, Harris. Brown outside. The Nets need to get a shot off here.
You can talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
The three from Harden. It's not going to go for him. And it's Portland the other way. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Lillard, the pass to Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
And Harris wide open. He shoots, hands it from downtown. Harris has got his second basket of the night. We've got 1:13 left here in the third quarter. Lillard looking around. Back to McCollum. Pass to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
Harden outside. Over in the corner, Brown. Fires from deep. Harden, no good. Portland trailing here. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Harris, no good.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
McCollum finds Collins. Kicks it out to McCollum. Shoots over Brown. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Now the pass to Claxton. No good on the last second attempt there. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. It's the Nets up one. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Giles is out there with Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Anthony. And it's Simons in at the one. Simons, the pass to Giles. Slammed home. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Kyrie never backs off on the defensive end, always scrapping and hustling.
Here's Simons, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Jordan the pass to KD. And now Portland on the break. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Kicks it out to Jones. Pass to Simons. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. The score now all even.
An absolute bully in the lane. Nothing the smaller defender could do there.
Harden dishes to Irving. Outside for Jordan. Harris outside. Here's Durant. And the basket is good. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Lillard way outside. The rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Harden the pass to Irving. He can't get it to go. Good D by McCollum. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers, trailing by 4. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. McCollum kicks to Powell. Baseline J on the way. And the basket by McCollum.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
It's Harden with the drive. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 6 assists in the game.
This is not unfamiliar territory for Harden. He is used to being the go-to guy, especially when his team needs a big hoop.
And then Lillard slams it in.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
1:32 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Durant. Jordan trying to free himself up. Shots good by Durant. Durant's got 21 in the game.
And we've seen Durant now hit big shots before. He's no stranger to the moment. Actually, this guy relishes the moment.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Down low, Covington. Missed inside. Brooklyn leading by 4. To the inside. The kick out to Irving. Nets passing it around. Harris dishes to KD. A 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Yeah, with platinum level all-around skills, Durant can pretty much score at will.
It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Count it good.
Well, Durant knows the team looks to him for this. These kinds of moments, the intensity of the moment never rattles him.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Durant, the pass to Jordan. In the corner, Irving with it. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Lillard finds Powell. Off target with his three. Covington with the steal. Lillard from deep three-point land. It's off. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. So, all right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.